What's going on, YouTube family? It's been so long. I'm not sure how long it's actually been. I think a month or two at least. But hey, you guys see, there's a new tank in this space. We just finished setting this up. This is going to be your innovative marine 200 gallon with an external overflow. And yeah, we had this running for about a week now, and things are going great. I couldn't be happier. I automated some extra few things just to kind of be a little more hands off. And yeah, so far so good. Everything has been dialed in, and I'm just really happy with this build. It's literally like a dream build. Everything went perfect, and yeah, I couldn't be happier. So I figured I'd give you guys a little tank tour today. I did film a lot of content setting this up. Throughout the build, I did get a few clips here and there. I'm thinking about maybe making another video dedicated to, showing the details a little more. But it's been so long, so I kind of just want to throw this video out right now just as a quick update to show you guys how everything's doing and just where I am. So as you can see here, I removed the door, and I have a custom controller board. Made this out of plywood, and it's actually kind of like a L shape, if you can picture it. So it has this wooden panel here, and then inside it moves over to the right a little bit, and that's just to kind of house more things like the wires and just hide it a little more. You'll see more of what I mean once I open the sump and show you guys. But yeah, really happy with how this cabinet came out. Used it with 3/4 inch plywood, painted it, and it sits tightly in there. Nothing's really screwed down, it's just kind of sitting, but I made sure to spec it out so that it was tight and not loose. So yeah, we have my custom sign from Orient Neon. Happy with how it came out. It could have been a little bit better, like meaning with more details, but since I was so tight on space, they told me there was a few things they couldn't really get in there. But I'm happy with how it came out nonetheless. So just to give you guys a quick walkthrough, we have my Apex brain, followed by the Inkbird heater, and then the 2 pumps I'll be running. One is the main pump, and then the second one is for the manifold running UV and reactors. I picked up this cheap Amazon tablet just to keep my parameters always on standby, ready to take a peep. And it also helps with water changes or any type of maintenance I'm doing on the tank. I can easily switch things on and off. Shout out to my friend Corey from Boston Reefers. Ended up helping me code all the custom codes to run all my equipment on auto. Before, I just kind of had everything set to on state, and this is much better because now I can kind of have like a schedule and have some redundancies and some fail safes. So really happy with how the program came out. Thank you so much, Corey. And then moving down, we have energy bars. I have 2 now, pretty much utilizing all of the energy bar space. So yeah, we have all my equipment running on that, as well as a offline DJ power supply energy, like kind of a, what would they call that, like a power strip, to run other things that really wouldn't need Wi-Fi capabilities. So I have some more things plugged in there. And then down here I have 2 dosers, so that's going to be ATO top off, meaning I have the ATO reservoir inside the sump, and this will automatically top off that reservoir, so I don't have to go in there every few days and top off the reservoir, which can come out to be a pain sometimes, especially with my Red Sea. I think I was topping off my 5 gallon like every 3 days, especially in the summer. It kind of drains pretty fast. So yeah, I've been hands off with that, and it's been amazing. The red line on the second part of the first doser is going to be running no pox. My nitrates are currently sitting at 15, which is pretty awesome. I haven't had low nitrates like that in a long time. I've kind of been sitting in the 30 to 40 range. So really happy with no pox so far. I've been taking it slow. You'll see in my water right now it's a little bit cloudy. I'm assuming from like kind of a bacteria bloom that comes from the no pox, especially just starting out. So hopefully that will clear up in the next few days. And then over here I have dosing for my Avast Marine Calc Stir, and then I'm just dosing some magnesium. Might replace that since I'm doing weekly water changes now, and that seems to be holding up for the magnesium levels. So I'll have a spare doser for whatever else I might need. But yeah, this is the controller board. Really happy with that, how that came out. And then up top I am running 2 AI orbit gyres. It's going to be one on each side. Big thank you to Bulk Reef Supply. They sent me these gyres and I'm really happy with them. They move water like no tomorrow. These things are actually set on like 20% right now, and as you can see, the surface agitation is quite awesome. And I also have an MP40 on the lower back side. I put it on the right just to keep this panel as clear as possible, even though the big flipper is there. But you can see if I zoom all the way in. Oh, it's up here. Let's see if it focuses. Yeah, you can see the MP40 back there. So yeah, I have that just to push any debris from the back wall out. And that's running really low as well. I think around 8%. So up top I have hanging the Orphic lights. These are going to be 2 Atlantics and then 2 OR4s. I think they're 5-footers. And then in the back I'm going to be running Violet. And in the front it's running Blue Sky. You can kind of see the difference in, the shade of color during the day, but it seems to be blending a little bit better now that I've kind of messed around with my settings. If I could do it again, I would probably get 2 of the same, just because you do see kind of like a harsh mix or a blend in the colors. So maybe it's just me, maybe I need to dial in my settings a little more, but yeah, overall really happy with the Orphic lighting setup. I love how the bars are kind of tilted in, so you don't really have any of that reflection towards your eyes. And yeah, I'm running the standard lid that comes with the innovative 200 gallon. Pretty happy with it. It's kind of big. I wish it was kind of 2 pieces, so it's a little hard to get in and out, and it's kind of hard to line up as well. So if you miss, one corner can end up in the tank, which happens to me quite often. So I don't know, maybe it's just getting accustomed to it, but yeah, I'm happy with the lid nonetheless. And I have a fly in here, so I need to get that guy out. But yeah, so that's what I'm running for wave makers. And my sand is definitely starting to show some of the uglies. As I said, the tank's running for about a week now, and the uglies are coming in full effect. Hopefully my dinos doesn't reappear, but we'll see how that goes later on. For sand, I am running special grade, and then the rocks is just all the old rock that came from my previous tank. So just to give you guys a quick rundown of how the transfer went, I had the Red Sea 525 running here, and all I did was drain the water as much as I could. I left everything in there. I drained the water probably up to like 5 inches, just enough for the fish to swim, and it was only for a few minutes. So I drained it, drained the sump completely, took out all the equipment that I could, and then removed the sump as well. And then from there I was able to slide the tank over. It was basically in front of the TV. Then I slid the new tank in, refilled the 525, let it run with literally just the wave maker and a heater, and it ran for a few hours like that. Everything was fine, and then finished setting up this tank and then transferred everything over. So I felt like that was a pretty smooth game plan. I didn't have any deaths, so I'm pretty happy with how we came into that. So yeah, let me show you guys a little bit of the sump. This was the DJ power station that I was talking to you guys about. It's not connected to Wi-Fi, so it's basically just kind of like your regular power strip. So I have things like RGB lighting set up to that. I have the custom sign lit up to that. I have the tablet charger lit up to that. So things like that that I really didn't need Wi-Fi control over, I was able to plug into there. And then I can't show you right now because everything's really stacked in, but this board, it's set up on magnets, so I can easily plop it out and then access the back side of this controller cabinet, and that's where all the wires are housed. But yeah, moving on, we have some miscellaneous pumps. The MP40, I ended up putting the controller inside here just because it was a one-off. Really didn't have like another matching controller to kind of showcase outside, so I left it in there. And then we have wave pumps from Higer and Aqua, just to add some circulation to the sump, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. But yeah, so here are my dosing containers. They are 2 liters each, running Nopox and magnesium from Simplicity. And then back here I have the 10-gallon ATO from Bash C. It's a matching blue set, so really nice how it came out. Very happy with Bash C's quality, so shout out to Steve, you guys make amazing products. Moving on, I have the Avast Marine Calc Stir. It's going to be slowly stirring calc. Not too sure if you guys can tell, because it kind of moves kind of slow. But yeah, nonetheless, it's stirring calc in there. So this I've been really happy with. Shout out to Avast Marine. Really happy with this product. And my calc has been, my alkalinity has been very consistent since starting this, because if you guys know, I was using a reservoir before and just kind of throwing kalkwasser in there and just mixing it and dosing it from there. But it's really messy, and I feel like this is so much cleaner. And then I was trying to determine where I should be dosing it to, and I ended up just running this tube straight into the Reef mat, so it can collect any big particulates that might still come out. So I felt like that was a clean way to handle that. And yeah, so back there I do have one of the wave pumps just to keep circulation inside the sump. I'm trying to keep things clean. Not too sure how that'll go, you know, guys, it's a reef tank. Detritus and all those matters collect over time for sure, so there's really no way around it, but trying to minimize it as much as I can. So yeah, I have my Reef Mat 1200 connected to the main return. Need to dial it in or just mess around with some of my other settings. Maybe the return pump is running too fast or the drain is too fast, but it's been pulling like 50 to 100 inches per day, and obviously that's no way to run a reef roller. You'll be going through rolls weekly, and these things aren't cheap, you know. It adds up. $30 per roll. So yeah, I gotta figure that out. Before I was only running maybe like 30 inches a day. But you can see it is definitely collecting some junk. Moving on, let's see, what should I show next? I do have the Bash C reactors, twin pair, and I'm currently running carbon on one, and the other one's just clear for now. I did try running GFO phosphate, and man, I did not like it. I mean, it really is rust, you know, so it's dirty and it's really messy, and just it wasn't a good time. So right now I have that clear. I don't know, maybe put some bio balls in there. I'm not too sure exactly what I'll be running, but I have that clear for now. Just running water through it just to make sure nothing's stagnant. Over here I have some fans from Amazon. This is just to keep my water temperature down, especially in the summer. I don't think I need a chiller, and I've noticed my temperature sometimes goes like maybe 2 degrees higher than it should be. I have everything set to 77.5, and I've noticed in the summertime sometimes it'll hit like high 80, 79ish, 80. So I have these fans in, and they're controlled through the Neptune Apex to come on as soon as your temperature hits like 77.8. So yeah, that has actually been working. I've been wondering, because I see a lot of people, they put the fans to run across the surface of their display, but I didn't really want the fan showing there like that, so I have it in the sump, and it's literally just shooting one section of the sump. So I wasn't sure if it would work, but honestly they've been working, and they cool down the water from from 79 back down to 77 within an hour or so. So pretty happy with that. No complaints there. And then I'm running the same skimmer I had before. As you can see, it's pulling in some junk, so that's pretty good news. And then down here I just have some random rocks and some biospheres that I had from my old tank. And then you guys can see the tube that is coming out of the skimmer venturi or air intake. I actually just got a ozone reactor, and I plan on running this maybe 2 hours at night just to get my ORP up, clean up the water, and see how that goes. There's a lot of caution when it comes to running ozone, and yeah, I'm gonna run it at night when everyone's asleep, not run it too much. I'm gonna put carbon on top of the skimmer just to catch any O3 that comes out of the skimmer. And yeah, so stay tuned for some updates with this. I'm looking forward to seeing some good results. And then underneath I have the 57 watt UV from J-Bow. Pretty happy with it. Should have probably got the better one, but J-Bow is doing good for now. I'm just not too sure about its reliability and long-term use. And then over here to the next section of the sump, I have Kato and the refugium. Let me just turn on the refugium light for you guys just to check it out. And then I do have a wave pump in the back. It's one of the higher ones from Amazon, as well as 2 titanium 300 watt heaters from Bulk Resupply. So yeah, I do have a lot of Kato in there. It's definitely growing. It's at the point where I can't tumble it because there's just way too much. So it's kind of just sitting there, but I do have water, a wave pump moving water in there just to make sure it's not stagnant. I feel like wave pumps in the sump is pretty cool. Kind of keeps the water moving and try to not let anything to collect. And then moving on to the return section, I have 2 pumps. It's going to be for the return, the Sicce Syncra SDC 7.0, and then the manifold I have running the Sicce Syncra SDC 3.0. Really happy with Sicce and their products. I mean, I don't have no complaints over that. And then yeah, I removed this door recently. I think I'm going to build another kind of wall here out of plywood to house all of my oh, if you guys can see, but to house all of my moonshine products. So I think, you know, have a plywood wall here and some shelves. I think that'd be pretty neat. But yeah, that's a quick run through of the tank. Just wanted to kind of get on here and show you guys where I've been at. I've been kind of MIA for a little bit. Just kind of wanted to have things set up before I showed you guys. I figured, honestly, I wish I did film more. I wish I had more videos to release for you guys, but you know, sometimes when you're in the nick of it, you kind of just, you're focused, you know, and you just want to get the job done. But yeah, if you guys want to see anything specific, please let me know. I thank you everyone for, you know, sticking by me. I read all your comments and they're always so pleasant to read. So I appreciate all you guys. Definitely look forward to some future updates. I have some new corals that I'd love to show you guys, talk to you guys about. I'm also doing kind of like a water change station, so I'd love to show you guys that as well. But just to show you real quick, I just picked up this bubble tip. He is a black widow. And then I got this acantho. Always wanted a meat coral, so I'm really happy I finally have one. And then yeah, I have my 3rd copper band. He's been with me for about a week. He's eating mysis, but now that I removed him from the acclimation box, he's not eating as much as I had hoped. He'd probably eat like 3 pieces out of the cube. So I'm gonna try to feed a little more and try to get him a little more fat, because he does get chased around. Even with this new size, he does get chased around a little bit. So trying to minimize that and see if I can get him a little bit more happy and comfortable. And then also I do have another new fish, which is right here. He's been really shy, but this is the Sohal tang coming in at around 5 inches. Can't believe he's been shy because as they say on the internet, this is one of the most aggressive tangs you can get. So I think, you know, once he gets a little more comfortable, he's definitely going to show that dominance kind of character traits that these fish come with. But yeah, my clam is doing well. Corals are doing pretty well. They could be better, but yeah, as I said, I'm dialing in my phosphates and nitrates right now. I think phosphates are kind of low. And then I've also been dealing with flatworms, euphyllia eating flatworms. So my hammers had a bunch of flatworms on them. One had a bunch of eggs on them. So I'm doing a dipping process. If you guys want to learn more about that, I can definitely make a video on that as well, because yeah, it's a little bit stressful, but I think I'm nicking it in the butt. So happy with how that's turning out. They seem to be recovering just fine. I did lose a torch from those flatworms though, so yeah, I'm going to be dipping these corals every 4 to 5 days for the next 4 weeks, and hopefully I can get rid of the eggs as well as the worms. I'm still dealing with Aptasia as well. That's why this guy's here. And backup plan is, if this guy doesn't work, I might just, you know, bite the bullet and get a Australian stripey. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to get on here and give you guys a quick update. The Red Sea 525 is officially gone. Just sold it today, actually. And yeah, now we're rocking with this, and I plan to keep this for a long time, unless, you know, a 500-gallon deal comes along my way and I can't refuse. But yeah, really happy with this. I gotta let my pockets kind of recover because I spent a lot on equipment that I wasn't planning on. So yeah, I mean, nonetheless, I'm really happy with this. It looks like an aquarium. Like, I can literally sit on this couch all day and it just looks like an aquarium. So yeah, I had guests over last night. All my friends loved it. They said that it's crazy in person. Like, yeah, I feel like people that really don't know, like, you know, people that aren't in the hobby, if they see aquariums like reef tanks in person, it's so much more mesmerizing than if you were to see like an Instagram reel, you know. Like, it's way different in person. You can get up close, see all the details in the fish and the corals, and man, I love it. I find myself literally just sitting here looking at the tank all day for hours. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys want to see anything specific. I plan to start making some more content, release them for you guys. But yeah, this is just a quick update to show you guys where I've been, and yeah, how the livestock has been doing, and yeah, the new build in general. So I thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Please give this video a like, comment, share with your friends. Let me know what you think, if you have any recommendations, suggestions, whatever you don't like. And I'm open to it all. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.